It's your boy Magic Seeker 21 coming at you. And I didn't know what type of video I really wanted to do for my second video, and I had been thinking about it for a while. And I haven't really had time since I work full time at my job, and it's really hard to find some free time. But since I really enjoy making videos and I really enjoyed it doing it the first time, I wanted to come and do a second video. And if you enjoy it, then I hope everybody hits that like button and please subscribe to my page. Hopefully to begin growing this page and start making videos more frequently. That would be something I would really enjoy. And what I really wanted to talk about for this video is about the gateway animes that brought me to enjoy anime for what it is, and not that what I used to think it was, cartoons and whatnot. Basically back in the day, it started about 2008 when I started really enjoying anime for what it is. And back then, I remember I started off with Death Note, and Death Note was something different than what I was used to watching in anime. Because when I first started, I started with the regular shonen. Death Note is categorized as shonen, but it's a different type of shonen, to be honest. When I first started watching anime, I started watching Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Inuyasha, your regular type of shonen anime, and I enjoyed them. I enjoyed Dragon Ball, was my top favorite one back in the day. And then I started enjoying Death Note, and I was like, yo, this is different than what I'm used to, because Kira, or Light, he finds this Death Note that you're able to kill anybody just by writing their name down. There's much more to it than just that, but that's basically the gist of it. And it's different than most of the ones that I was used to, because you wouldn't really see death, because they would die and they would get like reincarnated or brought back with the Dragon Ball, like in Dragon Ball. And but it was something different that I started watching. And L and Light had this hate relationship towards each other, but they also saw and admire each other, because they were both really smart, and they would go after each other through the whole anime. And there was a lot of twists through the anime, or when Al decided to trick Kira into believing that there was a news broadcast all over the world, and it was really just broadcast in one part of Japan, so he would fall for that. And I thought that was great, because he narrowed it down to where specifically Kira would be than where he was committing the deaths. And Kira was also who he thought he was a hero, because he was getting rid of all these evil, menacing people that were committing all these crimes throughout Japan. But as well, he would also write names of people who got in his way and who would try to be like an obstacle, or what he believed was, I guess, justice. And definitely, that's like an anime I would recommend to anybody who's beginning to get into anime, like beginning to wanting to see something else in the anime. Death Note was like a great starting anime. It will really get you hooked, and it's not like in a crazy world or anything. It's just in a regular Japan there, and I think it's one of my top favorite ones, if I would say, since I watched it. And it's like any streaming service like Netflix. And when I first watched it was then in 2008, and I watched it like 5 times because it's so great. So that's an anime that I really recommend anybody to watch, and it's a great starting anime if you want one of your friends to start watching anime. That's one that I definitely recommend, as well as Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter is another anime that really got me, and like love anime, especially with all the villains in Hunter x Hunter. Hisoka, Chrollo, let's say who else, but definitely the Phantom Troop. They were all great, as well as Miram, all the Boof, Bito, all the ants as well were amazing, as well as the protagonists were great, at least Killua. And I kind of like Gon, but he's not my favorite protagonist. There's so many better, but to be honest, Hisoka he is one of my favorite all-time villains. Well, I guess he's a villain, but he mostly does all the deeds he does for like enjoyment, because he likes to find pleasure in watching people suffer. But he also likes to make people suffer once he feels like they're strong enough. Like if you're strong enough, he acknowledges that, and he wants you to fight him, and he's always looking for different fights. And there's Crollo, who has all these phantom troops who he doesn't feel for, but at the same time he does. And there's so many great things of Hunter x Hunter. And Kurapika, who basically he sees his family slaughtered and wants to seek revenge, and all he sees later on in the show is revenge. And you know how it is. And Gon, who's looking for his father, trying to find his father, as well as Killua, who's trying to basically stride away from his assassin family. And he finds Gon, who later on takes him in his path. And Leorio, he also meets Leorio, where they begin a great friendship / bond between all of them. And it's another great anime. It's a really great shonen, because there's really great animation in the show, and as well as really great fights. And as well, it has really great arc. There's really not a bad arc in Hunter x Hunter, and people will enjoy it. I recommended some friends to Hunter x Hunter. They started watching Hunter x Hunter. They didn't watch anime as much as I do, because I love anime. And they were like, oh my god, Hunter x Hunter, it's amazing. And I'm like, I told you, Hunter x Hunter is amazing. And it's great. It has really great fight scenes. It's really amazing. And it's only 147 or so-ish episodes of the anime. And it's really great for all especially the villains in the fight. Netero, he's great. There's really a lot to look forward for Hunter x Hunter if you're interested in an anime that you're not really into anime, but you're starting to get into it. That's another anime that I would recommend for you to start watching as well. And another anime that I really would recommend. Not that many people have heard of it. I've watched it, but I really enjoyed. I don't know if it would be a good anime to get people to get into it, first of all, but I really enjoyed Made in Abyss when I watched it, and that's an anime I would really recommend. It's more of a dark anime though, and it's kind of a little twisted at the end, but it's an anime that it begins really good and friendly for, well, at least I thought it would be a friendly anime, and I was like, oh look, it's a really hardy anime that really nothing's gonna happen, and then many other stuff start happening in the anime that you start to see how twisted the abyss is and how much stuff is going on, and you're like, oh my god, what's going on? But it has really many twists and turns, and that whole dark aspect of what's going on really intrigued me. But it's another anime that I would recommend for anybody who wants to start branching out and watching other different animes. And of course, another anime that everybody has to see, especially if you're starting off, I would say is Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan is great. Has really great fight scenes, and the first episode in the first season starts off crazy, and you're really into it. And then the story is amazing. I've read bits and pieces of the later on after season 3 of the anime. I've read some stuff in the manga, and it's really great, and I have enjoyed it so much. And it's an anime that I think gets better and better each time that you watch it, which I think is amazing. And then it shifts, and you start seeing different things happening throughout their world, and that's the animes that I really like to watch, are animes that keep me on my toes, that I enjoy, and that I never know what else is gonna happen. And Attack on Titan is great for that. And it's really another anime that I definitely would recommend to people to watch and see what it is. And these are animes that I enjoy, and I know other people would enjoy as well, especially if you're trying to get into anime and start watching more anime and trying to segue into something different than Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Dragon Ball Z. Well, last anime I would like to recommend that I would say is a good anime is FateZero. FateZero is an amazing anime. The animation is on point, and I've really enjoyed it. It's really great. You're definitely gonna keep you in your feet. It's gonna start off right away. You're gonna see all these amazing servants like Gilgamesh, Escandor, Saber, Castor, and there's so many twists and stuff going on with the Holy Girl world, and you're definitely gonna enjoy it. It's kind of a little brutal sometimes, but it's definitely an anime that's going to keep you watching and want to watch the next episode. And you're just going to keep trying to enjoy it episode after episode after episode. And it's another anime that if you're trying to enjoy more and trying to segue into different animes, FateZero is definitely one that I definitely recommend to anybody who wants to watch it. And it has twists and stuff, and then you see as well that sometimes you're trying to fight for one wish, but it turns out that it's different than what you thought it would be, and that's great. It's amazing to see all these people fighting for the Holy Grail, and the fights are amazing, and the animation's on par. And if anybody's trying to watch it, that's another anime I would definitely recommend. Thank you for watching. Again, my name is Magic Seeker 21. Thank you.